Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Iran and the United States had been the closest of allies? Let's take a look at history together and see what would have happened if history had unfolded differently. In reality, relations between Iran and the US deteriorated drastically after the 1979 revolution. Sanctions, proxy wars, and ideological conflicts turned them into bitter rivals on the global stage. But what if history had taken a different path, and Iran and the US had remained close allies instead of adversaries? If tensions had never escalated, the Middle East could have taken a completely different course. Iran, as a key regional power, could have flourished economically with American technological and financial support. Instead of sanctions and isolation, Iran could have become a global hub for trade and investment. Its oil and gas industries, boosted by partnerships with major American companies, would have thrived, and Tehran might have emerged as a financial center on par with Dubai or Singapore. Beyond economic benefits, Iran could have played a major role in scientific and technological advancements. Close ties with US universities and research institutions would have allowed Iran to become a leader in fields such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and space exploration. Iranian students would have had unrestricted access to top American universities, while American experts would have contributed to Iran's technological growth. But this friendship wouldn't have only benefited Iran, it would have served America's interests as well. Strategically, Iran's geographic position is vital. Instead of spending trillions of dollars on military interventions, the US could have worked with Iran to maintain stability in the region. With Iran as a trusted ally, the US would have had a strong foothold in the Middle East without the need for costly wars. Economically, the US and Western nations would have gained access to one of the richest and most resourceful markets in the region. Iran, as one of the world's largest energy producers, could have supplied oil and gas freely, leading to lower global energy prices and stronger economic growth. Additionally, joint ventures between Iran and the West could have boosted global trade and industrial production, benefiting both Iranian businesses and multinational corporations. On a geopolitical level, if Iran and the US had been allies, many of the conflicts that shaped the modern Middle East might have never occurred. The Iran-Iraq War might have been prevented, as the US would have supported Iran instead of backing Saddam Hussein. With a stable Iran-US alliance, tensions in the region would have been significantly reduced, potentially preventing the rise of extremist groups like ISIS. Militarily, Iran, backed by American technology, could have developed one of the most advanced armies in the region not as an enemy of the West, but as a strategic partner. This alliance would have reshaped the balance of power in the Middle East, fostering peace rather than constant rivalries. Instead of engaging in proxy conflicts, Iran and the US could have worked together to ensure regional security and economic development. But the impact of this friendship wouldn't have been limited to politics and economics. Iran's rich culture, which has influenced civilizations for centuries, could have had an even greater presence on the global stage. Iranian films could have gained more recognition in Hollywood, Persian music and art could have become more widespread, and the Persian language might have been studied more widely across the world. Imagine a world where Iranian and American scientists work together on space exploration, developing lunar bases or even Mars missions. Such collaborations could have propelled humanity into a new era of scientific and technological advancement. This wouldn't have just transformed Iran and the US. It would have reshaped the entire world. Europe, China, and Russia would have also benefited from a stable Middle East, as fewer wars and conflicts would have meant better trade, stronger security, and increased global cooperation. The world economy could have grown more harmoniously, without the setbacks caused by decades of instability in the region. But history chose a different path. Instead of close allies, Iran and the US became adversaries, engaging in diplomatic standoffs, proxy wars, and economic conflicts for decades. If things had been different, perhaps the world we live in today would be far more prosperous and peaceful. What do you think? Do you think the world would have been better this way? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.